Amazing news coming in all the way from Romania. India has got its 76th Grandmaster and his name is Pranav Anand. India's 75th GM was also Pranav. He was Pranav Venkatesh. But this boy is Pranav Anand. And he lives in Bangalore. He's just 16 years old. Very talented youngster. He's made all his three GM norms in the last year. Like his first GM norm came in December 2021, and now he's already a grandmaster. So a big talent in Indian chess, and we're going to see a few pictures of him and so on. But first, let me show you the game that made him a grandmaster, that helped him cross the 2500 elo barrier, and it happened in the 10th round of the World Youth Championship under 16. Pranav is playing with the black pieces and his opponent is Emin Ohanian. D4, Pranav is black, D5, C4, E6, knight to F3, knight F6, knight C3, and he plays the semi-Slav with C6. Bishop G5, H6, and here the opponent goes for a positional line with bishop takes F6, queen takes F6, and E3. Pranav plays his knight to D7, bishop E2, G6, and now in this position, white rightly plays the move E4, even though it means losing a tempo, because he has played both his pawns on E6 and G6. Pranav takes, and now a normal move that has been played is queen E7, but after C5 it's already very risky, and so Pranav rightly continued queen G7, and this was still his preparation. He was blitzing out his moves. Castles, bishop E7, queen C2, castles, rook D1. So we see that in this position, black is cramped slightly for space, but has the long-term advantage of the bishop pair. He goes rook D8, A3 was played here. Maybe better was perhaps rook F E1, just getting the rook in, or maybe C5 also could have been tried. A3, F5, knight to C3, bishop F6, queen to C1 was played, and now B6. Queen to E3, knight F8, defending the pawn on E6. Slowly black is unraveling now that this pawn is defended. Would like to get his bishop out to either A6 or B7, then connect the rooks. Rook E1, bishop A6, rook D2, and at this point black has a very nice move. Pranav did not go for it, but a very strong move would have been G5 with the idea of G4 and bishop G5, and it's some trouble there for the white pieces. Rook A C8, rook D1, C5, and I think with this move black has got, I mean, more than equality, because if you go D5, which is kind of normal, you get E5 and then E4 coming in, then the bishop can settle in. So he took rook D2, rook C5, attacking C4. B4, he went back. Now the C4 pawn is still hanging. So knight B5, and Pranav just chopped off the knight. Takes, E5. And with this, black already has a very comfortable position. Rook C2, and here he could have taken check, king H7 takes, and then E4, and I think black is doing very well here. Let's say knight E1, there is bishop C3 already. You can see that the white pieces have no real space. But Pranav maintained the rook with rook D8, rook D2, rook E8, rook D1, and now king H7. Good move. Knight to D2. He pushed his pawn to E4, and now he's much better. So knight B3, he got his knight in. Bishop C4, the queen came in, played bishop D5, but now pinned it. Excellent move, pinning the bishop. Queen E1, the knight jumped in, attacks the bishop. Bishop C6, knight to D3, queen E2, And now bishop to g5, queen a2, e3, g3, e takes f2. Now if you take here, it was already losing after bishop e3, so he played g3, e takes f2, king f1, queen e5, threatening queen e1 check, queen e2, and now Pranav finished it off. Can you find the tactic here? Queen takes e2, good move. King takes e2, and a very cool move, knight f4. If you spotted it, well done. Because now you can't take on f2, this is hanging. And after takes, he took here, you can't take the rook f1 queen. So king takes here bishop g2 was played. Rook g1, very important move, because your bishop is hanging and also your rook. So here, 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 rook takes, and now takes here. With this, black is an exchange up, and here Emin resigned the game. Pranav Anand crossed 2500 and has become India's latest Grandmaster. Pranav actually scored his first GM norm at Sunway Sitges in December 2021. Then he went and got his second GM norm at Wezer Kepso in March 22. And his final GM norm came at BL Chess Festival at 22. And so he has been performing so consistently. He often made his GM norms with one round to spare. He is trained. I guess he has many trainers, but his current trainer is Sarvanan. I will get more information on who his trainers are, what do his parents do, and many more such details. The boy has just finished his 10th grade examinations, so a lot more to know about him. But firstly, a few pictures that I had of him that I want to show here. This is Pranav playing at the World Youth, this tournament. This is taken by Mark Lifshitz, and this is him here completely focused. I think the first time I saw him was in Bhubaneswar at the Kit Open, and this was in 2017 with his grandmother there. And the boy, these are some of the pictures that we have in the archives of him. This is by Nikki Riga, and always very focused, very concentrated. You can see him completely engrossed in the game. Most of his pictures there. And these are a couple of the latest ones of his. So we congratulate him for this phenomenal feat, his family and his trainers for achieving this. And I will soon have him on ChessBase India and do an interview with him to get to know him better. For now, this is Sagar Shah signing off. Bye bye. Very happy that India now has 76 Grandmasters. Let's go.